Welcome back to Unconquered Training. I've been working all day, doing some videos now. Number 30, quick shout out. I've seen a lot of crew today that come through, rolled through Rip Curl. A lot of crew from the gym. It's good to see you guys. Awesome to see. I know there's a few of us that are really keen to get back in here. We're not entirely sure when we are. We are missing you guys, and we can't wait to be back in the gym. So be patient, keep going. We'll hopefully have some good news very soon. Another quick housekeeping thing. Big Jace McNamara has just been given the go-ahead to get his massage therapy business back up and running. So he is open as of tomorrow. So if you've got some sore bodies and stuff like that, let's get in behind this guy and support this guy, get his business back up and running. It's the start of us coming out of this thing and getting back to something that resembles our new normal. So yeah, anyway, let's carry on. They've just gone to JOs now. That's how long we've been doing them. JOs.
The joint circles.
Yeah, joint circles. We're abbreviating everything these days. So 6 joints through the body. Remember to spend a good 5 to 6 minutes running through that sort of stuff. Throw some squats in and different things like that, some lunges, and keep that stuff moving. Make sure you're starting to get a bit of a sweat on there. You can even mix that up in between, do a couple of double under or a couple of single skips in between, 10 or so, in between every single joint to make that sort of stuff happen. From there, you're going to go 3 rounds of 10 banded pull aparts, palm up, 10 palm down, 10 kettlebell good mornings, and then 10 dumbbell thrusters for the little warm up. So palm up, palm down. We know what that looks like. So a little bit of tension on that band, palm facing up, set my shoulders back and down. Again, I'm coming to that nipple line there. Palm down, same thing, same deal. Coming there, it's just changing the angle of that shoulder and hitting slightly different areas. Kettlebell or dumbbell good morning. So on a deadlift, push my hips back, hands gets about the height of my knees. I'm going to crouch down and keep that neutral spine. On a good morning, I'm going to push my hips back and then keep pushing my hips back without taking my hips any lower to the ground. Now you may or may not get to the ground. Go to a point where you feel those hamstrings squealing and then stand on up. When you hear that noise, you can stand on back up. Like a squeaky little mouse there. Into a dumbbell or kettlebell thruster. Let's just double rack it so we're going up and overhead with 2 arms. I'm going to squat and press up and overhead there. If I've got a barbell, I can use a barbell for both of those movements. If I have a kettlebell, I can use a kettlebell for those movements. If I have a bucket, I can use a bucket of water for the kettlebell deadlift, and maybe some 4-litre jugs of disinfectant jugs or water for that sort of stuff for going up and overhead. We're going to go straight into a core set. So you're going to go 2 rounds, 1 minute dead bug, 30 seconds of med ball sit-ups, 1 minute plank, 30 Russian twists. So we go dead bug, pop on down into my dead bug position. Through that minute, if you're in the Zoom classes with Rich, he'll talk you through movements. If you're not, you can talk yourself, create your own movements there. Straight into 30 med ball sit-ups. So here, I'm going to tuck my feet in or pop my feet together, press my arms up straight out in front of me, push up, come up and overhead. So continuing on to warm up those shoulders with that core in that nice overhead position. Into my 1 minute plank, so I'm going to roll on over, come up onto my arms, create that hollow body position there. Makes it harder if you open your hands out, pop your hands out, a little bit easier from there. Or you can come up into that hollow body position there. Straight into our Russian twists. So I'm going to go twist. Again, we talk about moving those shoulders. Take your time moving through that sort of stuff. 30 reps off. Your belly will be screaming after that one. Take a minute rest, run through it again. So 2 rounds off. It should get you the 6-pack you need for the 2021.
Lots of epic season. 6-packs. 6-packs.
What did you do in coronavirus? I got a 6-pack. Epic. Today we're going to do a classic. Ooh. This is a hero WOD, isn't it? DT.
Yep. It's an epic workout, man.
Epic workout. This is what was those ones in the CrossFit Games they called for either heavy,
double DT,
or
and then heavy DT.
We got to vote which one they did.
Oh, man.
And then the next year they did whatever they didn't do, which was like, oh my goodness. So DT is 5 rounds. It's a barbell workout. We're going to do it as a dumbbell workout of 5 rounds of 12 dumbbell deadlifts, 9 dumbbell hang clean, 6 or hang power clean or hang clean, 6 dumbbell push press. As the RX workout, you do it as a barbell movement, and it's very heavy. So it's a chunky weight, 70 kilos, 50 kilos. Now, like, to put that into perspective, like a lot of crew that we've got inside the box, their 1 rep max will be south of this. So if you think, oh jeepers, I've got to do all that work of essentially a clean and jerk barbell movement at a pretty chunky weight when it comes to your everyday person that walks through our doors. So it's a pretty chunky weight, so be intelligent about the weights that you use. For myself, I've done it at 60 kilos, never done it at RX. I attempted 1 round and went, nah, not for me. And that's fine, I'm happy with that. Dumbbells, our RX weights, 22.5 kilos and 15 kilos with 2 of. So 2 of those dumbbells. Again, that is a very chunky weight. It's not that weight, but it's just as hard because I've got these 2 independent thingies and I have to stabilize from all these different angles and areas. So let's have a look at the movement. So we'll go 12 dumbbell deadlifts. Here, stomach hip width with my feet, push my hips back, crouch down, touch the heads of the dumbbell on the ground. 12 off. 12. We're going to go 9 hang power clean. So I'm going to push my hips back, jump, land and stand. Push my hips back. It's not a bicep curl. Alrighty, so here, long arms, jump and land. Back down and land. From there, we go into our push press, 6 reps of, dip and drive up and overhead, dip and drive. Alrighty, from the side angle, dip, drive, dip and drive. Trying to stay nice and vertical. Likely that you'll put the weights down in between sets. If you can get through a completely unbroken set, first round probably will. Second round, my advice is on these dumbbell deadlifts, if you're going to put it down at 11. Then you only have to pick it up 1 more time before I go into my hang power cleans.
How many people have done that? They've got to 12 and they're like, doing 13 every time.
Got to do exactly. Same on every single one of these things. If I'm going to put it down on the hang power clean, put it down on 8. So then 9, I clean it back up. And I can go back up and overhead. Now with this push press, you're actually able to do it as a push jerk movement as well. So if I can dip, drive, drop, it's a slightly more technical movement, but if you understand what that is, go for it. Happy days. 5 rounds. Be cool to see you guys hit this one. And can't wait to see all the times and stuff that we're doing and the different implements. So if we're using a barbell, 70 kilos, 50 kilos. Alrighty, same movements, obviously, but that barbell is going to be in front of me. If I don't have any of those types of implements, I could potentially use a sandbag, but it's a single sandbag in front of me. I can clean it up, like a med ball style clean that we did last week. I can use the med ball. If you're using like really light weights, maybe increase the number of rounds. Put that up to 7, 8 rounds. If you're using really sub-maximal rounds, but that's something that we have to, if you're in the Zoom classes with Rich, he'll give you some advice on that sort of stuff. But if you're using like a 9 or 6 kilo med ball, still a great workout, but all we need to do is up those rounds slightly and it'll be a great workout. From there, we're going to run into a little bit of a stretch. Lots of dynamic stuff, so maybe some couch stretching or a hip stretch there. So I can stretch out that hip. There's lots of work in the hip there. Down onto that's a big core set for the start. So down into a belly, stretch out there into that Sphinx position for a couple of minutes, and so on. I just like hanging out down in there.
You look very strong.
Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. Welcome back to Monday. And number 30, we will see you during the week.
Thanks, Coach. You.